First of all, Commissioner, congratulations. The voters of District A elected you for your third term to serve them on the Board of County Commissioners. Congratulations.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I appreciate the support I got from my constituents and in the district, and going to work hard as we move forward and try to get the county continuing moving forward and get things on the right track and keep them going that way.
2017, three of your colleagues also re-elected. The same makeup of the Board of County Commissioners. It's business as usual, but a lot of business again for you this year.
There's a lot going on as we move forward again. Lots happen. A lot more is going to happen with the passage of recreational marijuana is going to be a big issue as we enter 2017. We've of course got the stadium coming online, being talked about. We've got the practice facility coming, the Vegas Golden Knights. We're going to be playing in a year from now, so a lot happening in the county. It's a good time to be commissioner.
We'll talk about all those things in just a second. Let's talk right here. Now, this isn't in District A, Commissioner, but I know you worked with District Commissioner Susan Brager, and you wanted to make sure that this practice facility was here in Summerlin.
I did. This is really important to me, and I appreciate Commissioner Brager being so helpful on this. This is great, not just for Mr. Foley and the Golden Knights. This is great for our entire community because I've got 2 sheets of ice that are going to be used for the youth hockey that are going to get a chance to have some practice time, which is really long overdue. There's a vast shortage of ice sheets available for kids that want to partake in hockey. And this will open up a little bit more ice for them, and at the same time, it's going to be our practice facility for our hometown team, and it's something exciting for everybody that lives out here to be able to come down and enjoy a practice.
This it is in the perfect location, so close to Red Rock Casino and downtown Summerlin, maybe a new baseball stadium, and of course Summerlin is going to be building more houses and a lot more on this piece of desert.
Yeah, we're looking at a lot out here. I don't know how far we can get at a baseball stadium. Hopefully we can make some progress on that, but this one for the Red Rock Casino, for everybody in downtown Summerlin, it's going to be a big boon to the restaurants, the shopping in downtown Summerlin. Of course, it's going to be a big advantage hotel there, and it's going to be a big advantage to all the people that live in this area that are just huge hockey fans that have come from other parts of the country, and they're going to be able to come here and really enjoy hockey practices. And again, like I say, for the organized leagues, the programmable time that we'll have on this ice is important.
It's a local company, Gillette Construction, that's done a lot of great work here in town here. So even on the front end, of course, no one's working out here right now, but yeah, it's construction jobs, which is something that I know you're very proud of, and you always make sure to happen, Commissioner.
Jobs are really important to me, and I know Darren well, and he's doing a great job out here, and we've worked hand in glove to get this project moving forward. He's obviously, you see steel going up, you see cement. You're going to see a lot more work happen out here. They have a very aggressive time schedule to get this done. Got to remember that they're already in the league this time, so they got to be ready for practice hopefully by July of next year. So days are ticking, and they don't let any pass by. There's a lot of work to be done here, and they're hard at work at it. And I appreciate work Gillette Construction's done, and together with the hockey team to make this happen.
Commissioner, I know you're a big supporter of UNLV, all their sports, including their hockey team. In fact, I saw you drop the puck at the first ever hockey game at the first hockey game at T-Mobile Arena.
Right, it was fun. I was out there with Commissioner Brager again and got to drop the puck for the hockey game. It was a lot of fun, and they've been very cooperative with UNLV hockey, the hockey club out here, to give them more ice times and to help progress that sport, hopefully get it into an NCAA sport where it's not just a club sport anymore, which is really great. They've been great for the community, and I can't say enough about the Golden Knights and Bill Foley and everything that the hockey organization continues to do for this community, from bringing the team here to building the facility to supporting youth activities. They've just been, we couldn't ask for more.
Since the last time we talked, Commissioner, all that stuff has happened. As you say, T-Mobile has opened, the NHL awarded Mr. Foley and his group the hockey team. They've called themselves now the Vegas Golden Knights. So right, it's time, and I think the community has embraced the spirit of this team, and it's only going to get better and better all the time, isn't it?
It's going to get better and better. We were there for when they announced the naming a week or so back here, and it was terrific. I mean, you saw 5,000 people in the park at MGM, and Jim Murn and the folks at MGM, what they have done is just outstanding. But they got people, they had at least 6,000 people crammed into that park, lining every floor of the parking garage. I mean, I was with a writer from Sports Illustrated that's doing a feature story of the hockey team, and he was just astounded at the number of people that they got crammed into that to announce the name of the hockey team. The fireworks extravaganza, and they dropped little stress ball type pucks from the helicopter with parachutes. I mean, it was really cool. It was really well done. It was an exciting day. People enjoyed being there.
It's come along in stages also, Commissioner. One of our other previous shows, and we've done a couple out there at the T-Mobile Arena, again, when that was just a fledgling or arena being built from the ground up, with hopefully a hockey team coming. But they've had a nice 6 or 8 months of concerts, rock shows. You've got UNLV Duke basketball coming later this month. I mean, they've done a nice job there.
You could look back in the archives at some of the old shows that we did when we did it out there when it was just under construction. Now it was the my understanding, the highest grossing arena that they had that in the United States that for the last month or 2 months. They've done a great job of bringing in sporting events. They're going to bring in some basketball tournaments, more of that. Great concerts, fights. It's just a multi-purpose arena, and they did just an incredible job. And again, hats off to MGM and T-Mobile and Jim Murren for putting that together with their own funding. They didn't come and ask for anything, and they just really stepped up and, again, created an awful lot of jobs, which we sincerely appreciate.
I know the last time we talked out there, I asked you this question, as I'm sure did all of your constituents, that they were really concerned about the parking, which really hasn't seemed to be as big of an issue as anyone thought. There's been education. People are maybe taking alternative sources of getting there, but that really hasn't been an issue.
It hasn't been a big issue. I've been to several events at the arena. Of course, you can get in and out of the parking garage to New York, very, very quickly. They're almost through their parking garage construction behind the Excalibur, to the west of the Excalibur, south of Tropicana. They're building a I think 7-8 story garage over there that's almost done. Should be done in a few months, hopefully. That's going to alleviate even more of the parking problems that might exist. Like I say, education goes a long, long way. They get people in and out of there. They've got attendants directing traffic. They've got Metro out there, funneling it into it's a smooth transition onto Tropicana or onto Frank Sinatra Drive. So it's worked out very, very well.
Let's talk about another type of a stadium and possibly a football team that could be coming here, and certainly one that lives here already. Commissioner, you served on the Southern Nevada Transportation Infrastructure Committee. You and some other folks in the community here came up with some conclusions, and it looks like there could be a stadium being built here. Talk to us.
Yeah, I've spent probably 18 months on the Tourism Infrastructure Committee that the governor appointed, and it was an honor to serve on that committee. We put a lot of time into that, and had a great group of individuals. A lot of thought, I think energy went into that in terms of making recommendations. For 3 recommendations we came out with. First was the enhancing the sales tax to hire more law enforcement for Las Vegas Boulevard and all of Clark County, that there's sales tax is going to go up 0.1 after the first of the year to enhance the sheriff's capacity to hire more officers. That's going to help everybody in the world that we live in right now, in tourism or terrorism distractions that exist. I mean, it's something the sheriff needed, and we understood that and made that recommendation to the governor and the legislature, and then we voted to remodel and expand the LVCVA, the building itself. So you're going to see a remodel of what he has and an addition of several 100,000 more square feet there that are going to be able to use for larger and more shows to be able to bring in. And then another addition that was going to increase the room tax to pay for funding of the stadium to be built that would house hopefully an NFL team, a dome stadium that'll seat about 65,000 people, also with a home to UNLV football. So we'll get the football team back close to campus, which will be exciting for folks that a long trek down to get the Boulder Highway there to attend some of the games. So when we get that going, you're going to see a lot happening around campus, and hopefully that stadium will be put to good use.
Obviously, the Governor Brian Sandoval, as well as the owner of the Oakland Raiders, Mark Davis, were on hand for that historic signing, and that seems to be the team that is being targeted. What's next? What needs to be done, or can you put some odds on what you think, if it's possible, if the Raiders are going to come here, Commissioner?
Well, the 2 next things that need to be done, we appointed the 3 people that we wanted to put on the Stadium Authority, is what it's called. UNLV appointed 1, the governor appointed 3, and that group of 7 will appoint 2 more. That'll represent the developer and the football team potentially. They will start meeting hopefully sometime in December to start getting together in terms of what the next step is. They've got to come up with a finalized site, which that they can then start planning on, come up with the county development agreement, how the package will be all put together, where it'll be put, how it'll be done, and then ultimately what has to happen. And I've talked to Mark Davis and Mark Bedane several times, the president of the Raiders and the owner of the Raiders, that they go to the NFL sometime in late January and make their presentation how they want to move and how they want to move to Las Vegas. And then those teams vote. They need 24 out of the 32 teams to cast an affirmative vote for the team to move to Las Vegas, and that can come sometime between January and March, is my understanding of the timeline.
If that doesn't happen, Commissioner, what happens to the stadium? What happens to that authority board?
Well, if we don't get an NFL team, UNLV would have the option of building a smaller stadium. They'd have to find another piece of property to put it on. They'd have to raise $200 million, I think it was in private money, in order to match that with money coming from the enhanced room tax. And the UNLV could build a stadium and have part of that subsidized through this room tax increase. The rest of the money, if that doesn't happen, could be used to defease the bonds that were sold for the Convention and Visitors Authority. So we've thought through all of those options potential, but my hope is that we get to January, and I can tell you that the Raiders are committed. They're playing great football right now. They're committed to moving to Las Vegas. I think it'd be great for this community, and it'll really put us on the sports map.
There's been a number of stadium proposals here over the past several decades. This is as close as we've ever gotten.
Absolutely, yeah. The only one that went further is the T-Mobile that got built. That was built before we had a hockey team. This is the closest by far we've gotten for an NFL quality stadium or something of that size. And they have been this close as we've ever gotten to having a team as well. And I think a lot of hats off here goes to Bill Foley. I mean, he's the one who broke through that glass ceiling, so to speak, and got the first major league franchise landed in Las Vegas. And now I know Jim Murren's looking for a basketball team, he said, and hopefully find one that'll be able to come in here. And you're going to see a lot happen in Las Vegas in the next 5 to 10 years.